Hi, well, this is my take on Venus on the angles. It's the last of my series of planets on the angles, and the reason Venus is last is it comes last in the order of alphabetical order. So, Venus. Using my terminology, Venus, astrologically speaking, stands these days for what turns you on. It's what you appreciate and enjoy. It is where you find value and worth, whether that is financial or in your partner, or in terms of possessions and materials, or if it is food. It depends what it is, according to the nature of your own individual Venus, what it is that turns you on and makes you feel good and feel valid and valuable about life. Yes. But when Venus is on the angles, it adds a very different colour to the chart. If you're one of these people born with Venus rising, well, if Venus is on the ascendant in your horoscope, the old textbooks will turn around and say to you, this individual is born fair of face. As in, Venus on the ascendant often does carry with it a degree of, I'm not going to say physical beauty, but it does have a quality about it that represents itself in one's appearance that other people find pleasing, acceptant and easy to get on with. So Venus rising on the ascendant does give a good appearance and the ability to automatically get on people's right side just by looking them in the eyes and smiling at them. Venus on the midheaven, well, it's excellent for public image or public relations consultants. It's excellent. If you've got Venus on the midheaven, then you really need to be a front of house person. Someone who's going to be behind the reception desk in a big corporation and a big office, or someone who's going to be out there pressing the flesh. It's very much like, what's the word I'm looking for? Policy advisor, no. A promoter, someone who goes to try and sell their company, whether it be to politicians in government or to other companies, someone who's really good at promoting, projecting, marketing and advertising either themselves and their company. Lobbyists, that's the word I was looking for. Venus conjunct the midheaven make good lobbyists because they're very good at projecting and promoting and appearing to believe in what they're selling, teaching or propounding. Venus on the descendant. Venus on the descendant means it's on the cusp of the 7th house, which traditionally is the best place in the sky for Venus. It brings a sense of attraction towards one's partner and the sense of being attracted to by one's partner. It does bring, on the other hand, a degree of complacency. And there's nothing negative about having Venus on the descendant, but it can be a position where the individual will tend to rely or depend on their partner too much. And often the problem, if there is one, with Venus on the descendant is that these individuals are likely to turn around to themselves and say, oh, if only I was in a good relationship, everything else would be all right. To which, of course, the obvious answer is, well, how can you be in a good relationship with anyone else unless you're first of all in a good relationship with yourself? Venus on the descendant does bring a degree of natural attraction, especially when it comes to dealing with other at the one-to-one level, but it can bring complacency as well. And Venus on the IC. Here we see the archetypal American apple pie mum. This is the person who, given the choice, would quite happily stay at home and cook for the family or look after the house, to whom the maintenance of the home, the tribal base, the roots and foundations, is not just a job and a chore and a task, but it is actually something that they enjoy, that brings an element of beauty. To them, their home is their castle, and they want their home to represent their own inner self. So these are the people who will go around and make sure not only that the place is clean and tidy, but that the cushions are aesthetically placed at just the right angle, and that there's warm bread smells going through the house or warm coffee smells whenever anyone comes in. It's that degree of subtlety and refinement that Venus brings. Venus does bring gentility, compassion, empathy, subtlety, aestheticism, refinement. It also brings complacency, indulgence, and wallowing in self-glamorization. Don't let Venus go to your head. It's not that major an influence, but if it's on one of the angles, use it. Use it to push yourself into and onto the world, whether public or private, in a way that makes you feel more valued, wanted, and loved. Catch you later. Bye.